I'm pretty acute in understanding the financial principles and the requirements and the bookkeeping practices that are necessary to run a high transaction volume business. Like you render a service, you create a bill or an invoice or a receipt. You sell a product, it comes in and goes out of cost of goods sold. It's like stuff happens, things happen in the bank account, all of that gets buttoned up once a month. You put a stamp on it, you say, here's what we did this month in terms of our profit and loss. So then there's all these ways to look at financials where it's like, okay, I had a P&L, it showed I made money, but maybe the money I made I didn't collect. So then there's this cash flow layer that sits on top of this whole thing where it's like, okay, in principle, we borrowed X money, we paid out X money, we received X money, we produced or didn't produce a profit, XYZ things happened, here's the results of that. That's great over a period. That's like a nice way to say over a period, here are the results. But during the period, all of that has to get managed somehow. That's real money moving in and out. And it has to be in certain conditions. You can't spend money in your bank account before it lands there. If you don't have money, you're not spending it. Like, you actually have to cross these lines. I am fucking accountable to all that. I've had to learn all that, and I've built systems for all that, and I'm intimately involved in all that. And it's like, okay, I've got systems, and I can take a person, and I can take these systems, I can put them there, and I can say, give me all this information. But then as a business owner, what the fuck is the point of that? Why the fuck would you do accounting to begin with? There's two reasons. One, to keep the business running and to provide you with the information that you need as a business owner to make good and effective decisions about what you're going to do with your life and with your business. So if I'm like, okay, I want to grow my company, I want to add 2 more team members. Okay, well, what do they cost? And I have to know that, because if I'm making money, great, how are we going to spend it? And when will we have enough of it to spend it in the way we want? And when we get there, what are we spending it on, and how is what we're spending it on going to produce either more costs, more benefits, or both? I find that business owners often look at accounting through a very simple lens, and they're like, well, I don't do the bookkeeping. My bookkeeper will handle that. Well, your bookkeeper isn't going to handle everything else I just said. Who's going to handle that? And if your bookkeeper sits down with you and you say the equivalent of, I'm not a technology person, don't judge me, then what you're effectively saying is, I don't know how to run my business, actually. And that doesn't make any sense to me. If you're a business owner who's thinking you can delegate your bookkeeping and you've lost sight of all of these implications, I don't know how you intend to run a big business. I guarantee you won't.